Hey, good evening, everyone. Financial Freedom is Eminence here, and tonight I'm going to give you guys two free NBA picks against the spread. And the first game I'm going to talk about is the New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs. Now, the Knicks are 6.5 point favorites in this game. I think that's a little bit too high for a team like the Knicks. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I think that spread is a little bit too high for the Knicks because the Knicks all year long, they really haven't really been all that good against the spread. I believe they're like 18 and 19 against the spread, something like that. I know the Spurs are 21 and 17 against the spread. I think with one push on the season. I gotta check again, but it's something like that. But yeah, the Spurs are usually in every game this year, and the Knicks, they're not really blowing teams out, and they're barely winning games. The Knicks are on the season. Their record is 19 and 21, and the Spurs are 15 and 24. But like I said, the Spurs usually play close games. They almost beat the Nets last night in overtime, and I know the Spurs are on a back to backs, which would favor the Knicks. I mean, I think the Knicks are going to win the game, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread. So I'm going to say plus 6.5 on the Spurs. And on to my next game, the Philadelphia 76ers against the Houston Rockets. Now, that's a -10 spread, and I'm rolling with the -10 on Philly because that's just a bad matchup for the Rockets. Philly has too much size and too much shooting. Rockets don't really have a wing defender to deal with the likes of Tobias Harris and the shooters. I think Seth Curry's not going to play in this game. They have him listed as day to day. We'll see if he plays. But even if he doesn't play, it really doesn't matter. I think Joel Embiid is a matchup problem. Too much size for the Houston Rockets. They have no one to deal with him. And the last time these two teams played, Philly beat them by 20 points, 133 to 113. So I expect a little bit of the same. Probably not as high scoring as that game was, but it's still going to be high scoring. So I'll also bet the over 226.5 on that game. So that's about it. I mean, those are my two picks. Philly to cover the -10, and the New York Knicks the San Antonio Spurs to cover the plus 6.5. I think the Knicks are going to win the game. So if you want to bet the money line, it's not going to really pay that much. But if you want to bet the money line to play it safe on the Knicks, you can do that. But, I think the Spurs are going to cover. And I think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to cover the -10 because it's just a matchup nightmare for the Rockets. So that's it. That's my two free picks. Oh, and a bonus is the over on the 76ers game, over 226 points, 226.5 points. So that's a little bonus right there. So yeah, that's my free picks right there. And as you guys notice by now, New York residents, you can now legally place bets in New York. You can legally bet on FanDuel, Caesars Sportsbook, and what's the other one called again? I think DraftKings. Yeah, all these other sports books out there is now available in New York. I'm gonna leave my links in the description below because I have all three of those apps that I just mentioned. And yeah, let's make some money, man. Sports betting is legal in New York, so let's take advantage of that. There's a lot of good promos out there too. So if you want to bet on the games, you can sign up using my links. Leave it in the description in the comment section below. And there you have it. Peace out.